a photo of the man, he came before you. He stands before you like a whore, so lost and confused. The connotation of it is quite interesting, because you know, when you hear the word trouble, you immediately think of something negative, whereas when I was a kid, especially, I used to skateboard a lot. That used to be my thing when I was like a teenager, and people would always say, you're out causing trouble, you're like skating around, you're vandalizing, all this sorts of, it's totally not true obviously, and yeah, always attributed to causing trouble or being trouble for doing things that are actually, this is actually a form of expression, this is me being creative, and you know, I realised that it's not actually always a massively negative thing. I think it's a nickname that people give to someone they don't understand. When I was about 11, well, first when I was about 6, I'm left-handed, so my dad bought me, because he plays as well, he bought me a left-handed guitar and was like, come on son, you have to go to lessons now. So I started doing lessons when I was about 6 with this left-handed guitar. And I remember, the only thing I remember is that I had a teacher who he basically wanted me to play Bar Bar Black Sheep and all these sorts of songs. And I remember just, hopefully he doesn't know who I am now, but I just really didn't quite click with him. So I never learned anything. I left the lesson every week, never practiced, and then I think my dad got the message, okay, he's clearly not interested. And then when I was about 11, I started to listen to music myself, and I started to get into like Green Day, Blink-182, all these like pop punk bands. And I remember just coming down the stairs one day with his guitar and just being like, Dad, I think I kind of want to learn. And that night to now, I've never stopped. It's just been total like obsession. I first heard about spiritual because a friend of mine who I worked around the corner at the time in Camden. A friend of mine said, you should come out tonight with me, we'll go to this bar, it's really cool. And I just remember, like, there's loads of places in Camden of course, and they're okay, but then we came in here and it was instantly just completely confused, like, what the hell is this place? This is amazing. Like, it's just really, from the jump, you kind of get a sense of its energy, and then that was my first time walking in here. And then someone started playing on stage, and I was just... Scratch your name across my back before you left my side. You got up, took one last look, and you had made up your mind. Is it fair to leave me there, confused about what you didn't like? Is it right you're so stuck up? Maybe I just wasn't your type. I don't mind if you gotta go, I just hope that you want it more than just tonight. I first started learning the piano, in fact, because I got a laptop with music production software, and everything there is on a piano, kind of like a piano roll. So every time that you want to play, like, everything kind of works in conjunction to this. So I didn't really have much skill on the piano, so if I would find a sound that was like piano one, like input notes to make out a chord. And then as I got a bit older, I was like struggling with actually playing, so I just sat there and just started playing, like just remembering, oh yeah, where did I put the notes on the computer to make that sound? So I just started kind of noodling like that. And I was like, oh, I can play the piano. And I was just like, had somehow taught myself through this very strange, modern, backwards way. Yeah, I released my album this year, and released it on Spiritual Records. Yeah, did it all on a laptop that barely works because it's 2020 and it's like a really old laptop. And I think I worked on it for probably about 2 years because I was trying to figure out what I wanted it to sound like until I finally came to a point of, I think that's it. And yeah, it's kind of like a snapshot of the last 5 years of my life. Because there's songs, even though it took me 2 years to finish the album, the second song on the album was written back in 2015 when I was 19. And I managed to somehow make it into a song that would be relevant to me today.
Give me a sign, give me a reason to want you. Turn on the lights, I wanna see you in motion. I need it more than I've needed anything.
Yeah, this is the first time musically I've really felt like I'm part of a community. And everyone who plays here has their own unique talent and their own unique thing going on. And yeah, it really does feel like a family in a lot of ways, which is really special. You don't really get that in any other place in Camden or London or anywhere really. I mean, I'm sure you do, but not this family. I think all musicians find life a bit of a struggle in a strange way. I think being someone who's creative can be a struggle at times, because you always have to assess yourself. You have to always assess what you do and who you are and why you're doing it. So I think outside of, like, obviously it's quite difficult to make a living as a musician, just generally when you're a songwriter as well, when you put yourself out there and you kind of almost like you throw yourself to the lions in a lot of ways, and you say, this is me and I hope you like it.
Say, come on!
Next year I will have some stuff coming out anyway, because I've been producing a lot over this year for other artists, like doing records, like just like as a producer or a session guitarist, or yeah, many different things. I hope to push that a little further as well and do more projects, which is something I'm really interested in.
Every night she walks right in my dreams. Said I met her from the start. She's proud I am the only one who's special with her heart. Girl is mine. The doggone girl is mine.
I don't think I'd ever be able to find a point, hopefully I say that. I don't think I'll ever reach a point where I say, okay, I think I've mastered it. I'm gonna be okay now. I can stop. It's like, I don't think I'll ever reach that point. For me, if I can look back on that album that I just put out and say, I could literally do this better. This is cool, and if people enjoy and it connects to people, that's amazing. And I'm really happy that I've managed to make something that can move someone. But for me, I think success really is if I look at that and say, I could do better. I might write a better song, I might do a better production of a song, and then I just hope that I never reach a point where I say, okay, I've totally exhausted everything I can do. then I would be unsuccessful, because realistically the successful musician is quite different to being a successful person in the world who's like famous or pop star sort of thing. Like, I'm always going to be able to make music if I just live my life in the way that I do now, like a modest life. For me, I do it because I love making music. I do it mainly, yeah, for other people to enjoy it as well.
If you knew how he felt, you wouldn't think he was cool. No. And every day he tries to run from himself. It feels like he's got nothing to lose. Oh, he's at a dead end. Oh, he's at a dead end. Ooh, he's at a dead end.